bandha. What is called bondage? Why we are here? It is on page 145. So, why we are? What is called bondage? And what is called freedom? We are in life. We know what is bondage. Everything is bondage. We have no freedom as if in any place in our life. We are bound slave of the circumstances, bound slave of the environment, bound slave of the nature, external nature, internal nature. So we want to be free. We have a free nature. So that's why it is said, Anatmani atmadhi bandha. Last verse says, when in anatma, which is anatma means, which is non-self, which is not the self. In that non-self, you have imposed the idea, atmadhi, that is Atman. This is not Atman. This is body, limited by time. It has its birth, it has its growth, it has its decay, it has its death. But I am thinking this is Atman. This is not Atman. Atman is unchanging, absolute, beyond time, space, position, beyond all changes, beyond all limitations. But I have forgotten that. And every day, look at our life, what we are doing. This body, anything happens to the body. It is, I am so, I am suffering, I am doing. You are not suffering, your body is suffering. Or you are suffering in your mind. I am emotionally distraught. This is suffering in your mind. You are not. You are not. So this anatma, this body and mind, and emotions and ego, which is not the eternal self, on that atmadhi, your buddhi, your understanding, that is me, that is me, that is me. That is called bandha, that is called the bondage. Tannaso makshuchate. And when that misconception goes away, then you don't feel the suffering happening to the body. The body is suffering. What's that to me? So you then become the nasha. What nasha? You are not to take a sword to cut anything. But this attachment or wrong interpretation or superimposition in the Vedantic term, Udhyaropa. Udhi aropa. On something, you are aropa. You are imposing something. That's called superimposition. When that superimposition happens, and I think that is the truth, we forget that that is not the truth. That is an apparent, elusive object which is unchanging, appearing to be changing. So that is called bondage. And when we can get out of that, then nasho, we can destroy this identification or this superimposition. No. This body is body. It is made of 5 elements. It will have its changes. It will die. It will be born. It will have pleasure and pain. Its organs will fail. Natural. I am not. I am the observer of it. I am the witness of it. I am consciousness itself. So when one can just disassociate from this identification to this identification in our buddhi, in our understanding, the whole world is a misunderstanding, is it not? We understand misunderstanding the whole day-to-day life. Look at our life. How miserable we become when misunderstanding starts. Is it not? Most of the relationship break when? Come to the reality. When? Misunderstanding. Huh? You sit, 12 people sitting, move so that I can see your face this side. Yeah. So, this is the point to understand in Vedanta. This is very important object to understand. Bondage is not, someone is not tying me with a chain. I have tied me by misconception, by understanding, misunderstanding. All suffering comes in our life because misunderstanding. If you understand the right thing in the right way, two people understanding the same way, there is no difference. But when you don't understand the other's point, then you are in conflict. So here also, this misunderstanding is the cause of bondage. And this misunderstanding, if it goes from our mind, then we are free. Moksha. Bandha moksha na viddeto. There is no bondage, there is no freedom. You are eternally free. Nitya muktasya cha atman. That Atman is ever free. Nitya mukta. It cannot, never, it can be bound. How the infinite can be bound? And how that infinite will be free? This is all wrong understanding is giving us the view that I am in bondage, I have to be free. This is your mental bondage. Astavakra says, Ayameva hite bandha. This is your bondage, that you think that you will be free. You are already free. But it is beyond our understanding. How many times if I say, or you tell me, you are free? I don't know. That's a theory. That some people have said. But I feel, no, I am in bondage. So it will not penetrate into our brain, into our understanding. So bondage is that, this misconception in which we are determined to adhere. This misconception going is called moksha. So, got the point? One verse can clean our understanding. We don't read in that depth that way. Huh? This one verse can give the entire gist of the whole Vedanta text. But we read so many books because we like to read varieties. But variety is not there. There is only one. So we have to contemplate on this, deepen our understanding, clarify our misunderstandings. So bondage is misunderstanding and freedom is understanding. Simple thing. Misunderstanding destroys the relationship. So our relationship with our eternal Atman has been gone. Misunderstanding. I take my friend to be an enemy. That's why I don't look at him. Atman is all the time here. I never look at Atman. But I look every day to this body, to your mind, your action, your thought. You are saying like that, you are doing like that, you are good, you are bad, you are this, you are that. Whole day, 24 hours, we are engaged in that. We never think that I am the Atman. And in you is the same Atman. The simple thing, this is the simple thing that is called bondage, that is called freedom. And in the ultimate sense, there is no freedom, no bondage. Because you're never bound. You are that all the time. That is the proclamation of the Vedanta. It gives very good feeling when you think like that. No, even for a moment it's good. Is it not? Whenever we think that we are so much adherent to this, I'm holding on to this, it's as if it is the life and death question. Nothing life and death. As if holding into something wrong, that is life and death. You are always alive in your spiritual dignity. So that is the proclamation of the scriptures. So verse, you can meditate on this. Anatmani atmano atmodhir bandha. Dhi is important. Buddhi, buddhi, buddhi. Your understanding, wrong understanding or right understanding. That dhi, that intelligence which gives you this misconception that which is anatma, not atman, that which is a changing substance, you take it to be unchanging. That's why you want to hold everything in the world. I want to hold on money, I want to hold on youth, I want to hold on my building, house, cloth, car, everything. I want to hold. But everything runs through the fingers. So what does not change? That is the I consciousness. I. Who is observing all these changes, all these sufferings and saying, but no, it is I is the suffering. I am suffering. No, you are not. Look at that, all the sufferings went away. You are still standing there. So this is the Vedanta teacher. So bandhan, bondage, is in your mere brain. Wash your brain. That's why Vedanta says, Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Do these three things day and night. Nothing to do. For Vedanta student, day and night thing. Why I am identifying with something which is my wrong interpretation of my buddhi. I am intelligent. We are all fools. We think that we are intelligent. I'm intelligent than you. The Gita says, Sa Chaturi, Ramakrishna is Sa Chaturi Chaturi. That intelligence is called real intelligence, which can catch this truth. And our intelligence, we have PhDs, we may go into university, school, college, this, that, time, this, that. But this buddhi is wrong all the time. It's always misinterpreting. And is holding on to which is not truth, that is its truth. And which is truth, forgetting that, not giving any value to that. Do we give any value to God from this morning till now? I ate because somebody prepared the meal. I have a good tea and somebody prepared the tea and served us. Sweetie, thank you, you did. I spent some time, got a good chocolate and I enjoyed that. Okay, thank you, brought it. But do you think that somebody is there behind? How many times we thanked God from morning till now? Because our buddhi does not allow that to understand. And spirituality says, refine your buddhi. Be intelligent person, really intelligent person, to catch the truth. Not hold on to which is untrue. So that we read the other time. So the last verse we read, your bondage is also a misconception. You are in bound. You are never bound. Now itself you are divine. Now itself you are pure. And you will be free. That's also that's also a farce. That's also a fussy thing to think that you will be free. You are already free. But what will be free? Free from the bondage, identification of this. Freedom means that. Now 22 verse today. How to remove this bondage established by erroneous cognition now is described here. Drishyam nasti iti bodhena, drishyam nasti iti bodhena, manasho drishya varjanam, manasho varjanam, sampannang chet adutpanna, sampannang chet tadutpanna, para nirvana nivriti, para nirvana nivriti. Drishyam nasti iti. Drishyam is object, what I see, the visible object. Drishyam nasti, not there. As in the white screen, it is white screen all the time. All these fights and emotions which is projected there by the film in the movie hall is there? No. White screen was all the time there. But we experience all the emotions, fear, anxieties. What is happening in the projection? Projection in the screen? It is our daily experience. We cannot say we denied it. We can deny it. We see it. We feel it. We feel the physical reaction also. When you get frightened to see some obnoxious killing, no, torturing, you feel it here. Your emotions is awakened. Or something is happening very spiritual. Your mind gets uplifted. So we are affected by that. But is it real? Is it real or is it a just projection? So to see the white screen, an intelligent man may see, suppose for the judges who judge the, film, they see all the faults, how it is faulty. They don't see, they don't are carried away by the emotions of the film. They see it from a different perspective. So here also, an intelligent person, really intelligent person, will not view the world as true. Drishyam, this is the drishya, as in the film, as in the big screen, it appears, but not true. So drishyam nasti iti. These scenes are not true. It is not at all. Only the screen is there. Iti bodheno. When this understanding comes, manasho drishavarjanam. That is called the rejection of the visible objects from your mind. Things will go on, the film will go on. But when who will be freed from these emotions, who knows that this drishya is varjanam, it is to be rejected because it is not happening. It is just a passing show. But the white screen is the reality. So drishyam nausti, there is this drishya, this visible universe in which it is so real for us. It is not really true. Why do you say that? Yeah, look at the spiritual people who have reached samadhi or gone to a state. For them, this world does not exist. Or even if they exist, they see it is all made of God. God made. Khelati Brahmande Bhagavan. The Hindi song says, this everything is happening in play. Who is playing? God is playing. God has split himself in billions and millions of forms, and he is playing with himself. They name one ocean. Millions and billions of waves have come up, and they are playing and fighting with it. It is play. It's just a fun. There's nothing to be worried, nothing to be fearful, if one knows that. So, drishyam nosti iti bodhena manasho drishyavarjanam. This is called the rejection of the mind about the visible universe. Your conviction should come. Though I am living in it. That's why Brahmogyanis live. They do their duties, they eat, they sleep, they don't. But they know that it is not the truth. It's an appearance. We see the mirage in the desert, and there we see that. But the fool may go to find drinking water there. An intelligent person will run to that, never be deluded to that drinking water, because it is an appearance. Though you see water, though you see that there is a reflection of the trees, but there is no water at all. So you see the reality of the world, but in reality, with the eye of knowledge, when it is seen, it is non-existent. So drishyam varjanam, that is the varjan. Sampannam chet utpanna. When this varjan you cannot do, but you feel that it is reality, that is called utpanna. That ignorance has come up, as it were, and para nirvana nivriti. So this practically, this visible universe does not exist. On page 146, running meaning. Practically, this visible universe does not exist. Hari, does not exist? How can I say that? Hari, so hard. It's making sound. I'm talking. You are listening. It's all, yes, it appears. This moment, if Ramakrishna was here, he goes to Samadhi. For him, what will happen? This world will remain. But when he comes down, he'll see what? He'll see all mother, mother, mother everywhere. Because we see, it is not true. Swami Saradananda, in the book Great Master or the Ramakrishna's Life, he has said, he has argued this way, that you few people, you say God is there, that's the absolute truth, this is all false. How can I support your idea? That millions and millions of the people in the world, they see that is wrong, and you few people only say the sages, naming the sages, Upanishad, Gita, that is true. So he has argued very well. He said, not many people saying does not give the validity of the truth. Many people may say the stars are so little, I see before my eyes. And you are saying stars are bigger than this earth? No, it cannot be. I see. It is small dot of light. Yes, we can vote. But majority saying is not to be counted. But few scientists who have tested it, verified it in that methodology, their words are to be taken as true. So in spiritual life also, spiritual scientists, those who have experienced themselves, they are saying all these things. Therefore, we have to accept their view rather than our view. So it is a semblance. It only appears like that. Or it is false in its appearance. With this understanding, when the concept of reality in the objects of perception has completely vanished, suppose you are practicing every day, little by little, and the mind becomes so pure, it can grasp it, it can absorb it, and can penetrate into it, then has completely vanished from the mind, then only there arises the supreme bliss of liberation. Joy, 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 ananda, 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 ananda. You are that ananda. And the Upanishad says, Madhu Bhataritayate. This air which is stuffy, which is hot, which is, I cannot bear it, it is cold. This Mata, this air, it is Madhu, it is honey, it is honey. The waters flowing in the rivers and ocean, it's all honey. Madhuksharanti Sindhava, Madhirna Shantoshadi. In the trees and herbs, in the plants, it's all honey, honey, honey. We see tree, no, it is not tree, it is all honey. It is all Satchidananda. That is the declaration, experience of the holy people. No? So they see this way. The apparent name which we are seeing is an apparent expression of the truth. With the purity of the mind, it will get clean and clean and clean. So practically this visible universe does not exist in reality. Practically means in its real nature. When one can attain to that state of perfection, then for that person this world vanishes. Then what about this world? It's only in semblance. Semblance, there is a footnote. What is semblance? Though these three words, pratitik, pratibhasik, and pratibhasa, generally used to mean the same thing, yet there are some subtle differences among them. There are some differences. Pratibhasik, I said, it appears. But this appearance, in Vedanta term, there are three divisions, fine distinctions. What are the fine distinctions? Let us go to the note A. According to Trishattavada doctrine, are you ready to enter into deep philosophy? Yes. Is it? Okay. So Trishattavad. What are the three? Trishatta means there are three truths ultimately. Page 146. What is Trishatta? That which is experienced at the very time of perception during the awakened state, and also has its empirical existence such as happiness, suffering, and the like. That is called pratitika. That means what is that which is experienced now at the time of, suppose I am perceiving you. It is existing now during the awakened state. And also has this empirical existence. There is an existence also, such as happiness, suffering, etc. That is called pratitik. Again, the rope snake and the like, which are visible during the awakened state, are called pratibhasika. It appears same. While seeing this duality, this during our experience, that is called pratibhasika. They are also visible at the time of perception, pratiti. But that snake is a mere appearance only. It has no empirical value. So this is called Trishattavada. Three things are real here. Three ultimate truth is there, apparent form is there, and another object is here. No? Three. The external world is there, my perception is there, and ultimately there is one eternal truth. So these are three states of misunderstanding the one object. Now there is another philosophy which is called according to the doctrine of Dvishattavad. Two, ultimate truth is two. What is D means two? Perception and creation doctrine, that is of two types. This creation, this is called Dvishattavad. What is two? Two types. One is the perception itself is the creation. You see, as soon as I open my eyes, the world is created. I close my eyes, it's gone. Isn't it?
Right.
So drishti, as soon as you see, the world appears. You close your eyes, it's gone. For you. People may argue, no, for others. Others is not concerned. When I close my eyes, who cares for others? Suppose if I die now, what is my consideration for others? My perception is my perception. Every one of us will have to face that. So therefore it says, according to the doctrine of Dvishattavada, perception and creation, this perception, I'm perceiving you, and the creation, these are the two. This one is perception itself is creation. As soon as I perceive it, it is created that time. And the other one is creation at the time of perception. Before I open my eyes, it is here. That is there, and my perception also corresponds to that. And another philosophy, little finer, is no, there is no real world. As soon as I open my eyes, it comes. Suppose people are sleeping. The external world was there also. But as soon as we get up in the early morning and open our eyes, this perception comes and creation becomes real for me. When I was sleeping, this reality was not valuable for me. It was there or not, I am not concerned. But as soon as I open my eyes and watch and see, behold, boom, this universe has come. So there are two philosophies. That universe comes up as soon as you see it. Another is you see, that's why the universe is there. In this first case, perception, drishti, perception means drishti, as soon as you glance, means the knowledge of the self. In the second one case, drishti means the mental modification of ignorance. In the first case, visible objects are pratibhasika only, so you see everything, that it appears only, but in reality there is only one. The consciousness of the self verily appears as the visible object. According to that philosophy, what you see, your conscious self is only, that is appearing in so many ways. It is an appearance. But appearance of what? Appearance of your own self. Appearance of the ocean water in so many forms. There is no object which merely appears here. In other words, there is no object that is superimposed upon the substratum Brahman. It is only Brahman. It appears only. But it is all the time Brahman. Only the superimposition of knowledge upon the worldly objects is accepted. That means what you are doing, only you are accepting that superimposition of knowledge upon the worldly objects. There is worldly object, you are superimposing the idea of your knowledge. So you see oneness. If you don't keep your projection of knowledge, it appears to be so real as we are now. But if you can project the idea of knowledge, wisdom, then you will see that it is only one. In the in the second place, drishti, the objects of mere appearance, which arise at the same time, along with the mental modification of ignorance, is accepted. In the second place, the existence of the world comes as soon as you open your eyes. When you are closing your eyes, this visible universe has no value. So that's why I call it is mitha. What is the mitha means? This is a conventional or indicative term in Advaita Vedanta. Mitha, it does not mean it is non-existence. But mitha means which appears to be one, but it is not so. So that which appears to be there in the state of ignorance, but does not remain at the time of knowledge, that is called mitha. Mitha is what? Truth is what? Tell me, what is truth? Which was there, which is there, which will be there. It is called Trikala Abadhita. 3 period of time that remains the same. Trikala, past, present, future. This Trikala, the truth remains. Not that it was there, now not here. Or now it is here, it will not be in future. Then it is not this Brahman. It is all the time there. So that which appears to be there in the state of ignorance, because I am ignorant. So I come into the entrance, I enter into the time-space causation tunnel. As soon as I push myself into the tunnel of time-space causation, there is not, duality comes. It is there now. It will not be here tomorrow the same way. But if it is, you are not in the time-space tunnel, beyond that, it is there, it will be there, it was, will be in future and is. So it is called Trikala Badhita. But does not remain at the time of knowledge, that is called the false or mithya. In other words, that which is not really there, yet appears to be there, this perception, that is called false. As for example, the rope snake example, that is very common. This rope is always there. Past, it was rope. At the time of my fear, it was rope. And when I brought the light and see, it was rope. But I was fearful about the snake. The snake idea came at a particular time period. But snake was never there before. Snake was not at the time of perception, and snake was not afterwards gone anywhere. So the rope is all that. Similarly, Brahman is all the time there. Because my superimposition or misunderstanding, I think that it is here now. It was not there that time. It has come now. So these are it is mistake. That is called mithya. So Panchadasi is giving the explanation of this. What is called mithya?
Excuse me, Swami, but I find this rather confusing. So may I ask a question? Snake. We look at the rope and we think it's a snake.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if we're out walking around and we look at a snake and it turns out it's a rope, but the snake bites us and it's a cobra and we die? Then what are you going to say about your doctrine of superimposition?
Explain one aspect of our realization. If you bring that, then you are bringing to the worldly ideas of duality. But we are trying how we get really confused, even that is not there. In darkness, sometimes you are going, that you are seeing something you are afraid of. You think there is some bad guy standing over there. And really you can run back. But you bring a light or tree, sometimes you bring something, you see there is just a stump of tree or something which appears to be. You know, in India they do. To drive away the crows and other things, they create a structure like that which hangs with a short put over that and the head with the eyes and face like a human being. And wind blows this way, that way. Here also you have. What do you call it? Scarecrow. Okay. So, see, That is not true. That is not a human being. But the crows or whoever comes there, birds, they flee away. It is not, but is it because suppose I am a crow? Put yourself in the idea of a bird who is frightened with that. Because he is ignorant, he is thinking this is the frightening thing, it will hit me, it will kill me, I'll let me run away. Before, after this, there is nobody there. But this poor bird had to run away because so we are also the same thing. Before, after, and now, all the three period of time, there is only one reality. But we are frightened because of our own superimposition and putting some consciousness in the unconscious or material object and then giving that value. We are creating our duality and creating to fly away. Again, some guru comes, hey, why are you frightened? Come here, let me see. And then he shows, they see what you are frightened about. This is this. Oh, so the truth is then reveals. Yes.
Okay, so I keep thinking of this example, like when I was little, if somebody was having a birthday party and I wasn't invited, if I didn't know about it, it didn't bother me.
Right.
Because I didn't know about it, I'm living my life, everything's great. But if I found out about it, then I was really hurt.
Right.
So how does that fit in with this?
Same thing, because your mind is giving value to that incident. Beforehand, you do not know and you are not bothering about that.
Yeah.
But being a human personality, we have our expectations. So this is our one aspect of our ignorance that possessed me. Oh, I was not invited into that party. Okay. But that has happened many times, many places. So our misunderstanding or superimposition or putting value to that created my trouble. The incident is not important. But my giving value to that creates my suffering. If we are bold enough to say the stories of life, what is happening every day, sometimes pathetic, sometimes difficult, no? If I have the courage to say I don't care for it, it loses all its values and strength.
And I guess it happens a lot too because there's terrible things going on all over the world that we don't know about.
Right. When you know, then you get affected.
Yeah.
You know? Suppose that we give the example, Vedanta gives the example. Someone's mom is far away, say in India, and son is here. Oh, who was telling this story? There is one gentleman here in this country, mom was in India or something. So she was trying on the Google map and to find out their home. And when they found the home, they found that mom, the boy was thinking that mom is, how is mom? Is her health good? So probably not now when communication or phone system is so good. But anyhow, and he saw mom in the street walking. And some photo have been taken when mom was walking maybe. And he thought my mom is okay. I need not have to worry. But this has happened after that mom died. And he thinks my mom is very happy. Mom is there. So you see, it does not corroborate with the incident. Putting my value. My mind is not putting any value. My mind thought it is good and it's good. So our whole world remains on our mind. That's why Vedanta says, handle your mind. Manaiva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshaya. Your mind is the cause of your freedom. The same mind can take you to such a terrible situation. You're the most miserable person in the world. You can be the most joyful person in the world if your mind is strong and you can forcefully throw them out. But if mind gets something grabbed into it, it will ruminate and give values to those things. As much value you give, that much it becomes important. This whole world is like that. Someone says something, you give too much value. Oh, how can he say like that? She should not say that. He should not do like that. Should not is the not the point. Yes, told. What is that to me? Say immediately. It, its value is gone. But you pamper it. I am like that. I didn't do like that. And how can one think like that? It is terrible. It is dangerous. 7 billion people is there. Some person has told something about it. Well, so you are crying and weeping for that. If you teach your mind, what it matters? Let him or her do that. And Vedanta student will say, I am freed now. Some of my bad karma he is taking away. Good. By criticizing or seeing unnecessary fault in you, what they are doing? They are taking away some of your bad karma. If they look at you and thank you too much, they are taking away your good karma. You're seeing the good side of it. So that they are fortunate. That's why you see positive in others, you get benefit. How you get benefit? That means you are sharing your good deed. So this is the point. The main point is that our mind is the culprit. And mind is the source of all power. Mind is the source of all destruction. It takes away your peace totally. It can in split second, it can take away. So don't allow the mind to be, don't allow the mind to rule over yourself. That is a practice. That's why Manojoy, the entire spirituality is conquering the mind or mastering the mind. Raja Yoga will say, master your mind. Yes.
What's the best way to master your mind if you can't physically meditate because maybe you're driving or at work or something at school?
Something is?
Like if you're at school or driving or at work, you can't sit for meditation.
Meditation is not. All the time say, I am connected with the divine, I am pure, I am strong. What do I care for the world? Let it be there. I'll face it. And these are all changeable things. Crowning success is no success in this life. And failure, utmost failure is no failure. Only failure is that when I forget my divine self. Everyone will die. After full successful people in the whole world, they will die. What they are carrying with them, the strength, the power, what is they are carrying, that is meaningful. Your great success is what success? You become president of US. What is there in it? You die. When you die, what is your strength? How do you feel I am free? Do you cry that time? What I did, I should not have done. So it is a training of the mind, not in meditation. Rather, meditation period is not very important. Or 24 hours, Vedanta will say 24 hours, feel that you are divine. Feel that infinite energy is with me. Don't allow the mind to rule over yourself. That is the training of the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, and the Vedanta script. Rather, let us say, with 1,000 failures, let us say, yes, I am that infinite. I am that unchangeable. This, what I am seeing, it is only apparent. It was 10 years before, it was not like that. 20 years before, this was, I don't look like this. I have not this understanding what I am having now. The way I emotionally act and react, it was not the same emotional reaction. So what is me then? So why am I holding on to that changeable state of my being, which changes according to time, space, and causation, in the realm of this causation, time, space? Why I am holding on to that, which is really changing? I see from my childhood till today, all the incidents, how many bad days, good days, blows, knocks, emotional high, emotional down, crying, weeping, sobbing, has happened. What is that? Shall we go on, continue with that? No. This is an apparent experience of me. Because of my mind, I can make my mind strong. Who can touch me? If I can keep my own connection with my own divine entity. That's why day and night to say, Swami Vivekananda said, say day and night, you are divine, you are pure. Turiyananda Swami, The greatest example of Vedanta. Day and night say, I am that, in the jaws of death, in the facing the most big challenges. Say, I am that. Not as a body, not as a mind, not as my emotions, not as my failures and success. Failures and success in your mind. A poor people collecting few pennies, and at the end of his life he donates it to some poor people's job, not having sufficient food for him. And a person hoarding money and sitting on that at the point of death, dying with thinking of money. Which is the success, which is the failure? Who will judge all these things? So always to give this push which the Upanishads and these texts are here helping us. Yes, if we accept, so long we are in the body, yes, those reactions will be there. But my acceptance or rejection is done by my mind. How much value I put on that, how much less value we put on that is our own strength, own practice. That is called spiritual practice. That's why Brahmogyanis are what? They are sukhe, dukkhe, shame, kritva, in happiness or in misery. They don't get disturbed. They know this is also passing phase. This is also passing phase. Huh? Mano, apamano, in praise and in disgrace. They don't care. It has come, they say. This coming and going, that is temporary. But I, who am experiencing that, I never go. As if for me, you are watching that movie in the movie hall. Our day and night is a movie hall. This life is going on. Someone is me, is observing. It's a movie, one scene coming, another scene going, another scene going, another. Forgetful of our own self. We are identifying, giving value, and then we cry or enjoy. Detached. It's happening. It is only appearance, not me. That is Vedanta. So let me conclude this. Panchadashi, another example from the Panchadashi about this question, Mithya. Doubt comes if the universe is duality, like space and causation, etc., is unreal, meaning it does not exist, then why is it perceived? You are saying Vedanta says these are not real. These are appearance. So why we are perceiving this? Answer. If the unreal object is perceived, let it be so. That is verily the ornament of delusion. Delusion has its power. Delusion is such which makes us feel the existence, but it is not there. That is the power of delusion. Moho, infatuation. That which does not really exist, yet becomes the subject of perception and is seen. That is verily called false in Vedanta. Again, this book is not that like that you will read like a novel. This book is such a book, every word has a value. You have to focus on every word and every expression. That which does not really exist. Contemplate. This world, this incident, this happening, this my emotional upsurge up and down, does not really exist. But it becomes the subject of perception. I feel it. I experience it. I'm so sad. I was lost. I have my physical reactions. Saying all those things and is seen that is actually not there ultimately. That is called false. That means which is true, it will remain all the time. False means one time it appears like that, another time it goes away. Take the example of the object, like elephant and so forth, which are seen in a dream. Suppose last night you dreamt that you had gone to a place where there are so many elephants. And you are in between them and you have your own experiences. You experienced. How many more things are seen in the dream? But nothing really exists at all. Now, where is those last night's tiger or elephant or some sweet dream? We say sweet dream. And we don't see all the time sweet dream. Sweet dream is where is the sweetness? It's gone. We wake up in the morning, Ramakrishna story, that there was one farmer and they have one child and one son, and the son, only one son, and he passed away. And then naturally the mother was so much in bereavement, cried and wept. But the father, husband, does not say as if normal. As if the son is gone. Then the wife complained, "Are you so heartless that we have only one son? And he was so bright and brilliant, he died, and you have no tears, no repentance, no remorse. What is this?" Then he said, last night I saw, like I became a king in my dream. And I have 8 bright, brilliant princes. And as his dream broke, they are all gone. So shall I cry for whom? The 8 bright, brilliant prince? Or for your only one, this boy? For whom I shall cry? Ramakrishna said he is a Brahmagyani. He is equating the dream as here. This is also a dream. This is a long dream, that's a short dream. Longer dream, continuing, that's why you see the continuity. When you dream, there is a continuity. Now you have to say, hey, it is irrelevant. How do I see the elephant? I was in my bed. And how could I go to the forest? Though true, but you have the perception. Because you perceive, it is not true. See? That's why Vedanta teaches us to say, "Oh Lord, please break this long dream." This daydream, they call para dushapnayam, para dushapnayam. I forgot the last word. Upanishad says, this is a shapno. I am seeing you. This is a shapno. Shapno means dream. And it is a bad dream. Because it has separation, it has pain, it has agonies, it is fun. How much fun? This much fun, so much suffering. This is a dream, but a dreary dream. Let this dreary dream be over forever for me. Night dream, it goes away. The next day, when you woke up, we can understand it was dream. But this dream is continuing for days and days and days. That's why we think it is so real. But look at that in an intelligent manner. The dream, the experience when I was a 10 years child or boy or a girl, our world was different. Our imaginations were different. Our experiences were different. That is gone or still now? Is it not gone? Is it not all memory now? As we keep our memory after dream, we come back. I said, I saw some dream last night. If I talk about this when you are in 10 years age, the situations you pass through, is it a dream or not? A serious question. Ask yourself.
But when you say dream, are you still on the topic of superimposition?
Of course, superimposition, but it is
Sounds
dream
like it.
means
I mean, if
mitha.
I'm dreaming and it's not the reality, then that's a form of superimposition.
Of course, you have to dream means your observation is there. But the point is mitha, understand?
Yeah. And I think one way to understand that better is also like, I know when something happens in our family or whatever, and then years later we're talking about it, everyone who was there saw something completely different.
Mm.
Everybody has a different story. No, this happened. No, that happened. you said
Mm.
that, you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, what's real?
What's the real? Yeah. That's why even the stories of the great souls, when we hear from 10 people, ten commentaries. So even you perceive, in that perception, there is so much difference. And now you know, go back, where is your 10 years experience now, accepting in your memory? Is it not all mystified? Is it not all mitha? Hey, is it not like a dream? It happened that time and gone. As a memory, it is sticking somewhere. So similarly, this dream world should go. Such objects are well known as false or mitha. The whole universe, including the sky and all, which are visible during the awakened state, is also a mere appearance only. Page 148. Like a dream. In reality, they are not there. This type of realization is verily called the rejection or purification of the perceptual objects. Drishya Varjana, Drishya Marjana of the mind. Huh? It is called Drishya Varjana. Varjana means throwing away. Marjana means refining. Refining the Drishya, the visible universe. If you refine, you will see God here. When it is unrefined, you see the different names and forms, different expression of mind and intellect and all this. When it is refined, then it appears to be God and God alone, or Ananda, Ananda, Satchidananda, Brahman. So, to understand this life is based on some false understanding, and that is called mitha. Huh? Mitha means it is not there the way I am seeing. It has some reality, but I do not know that reality. Our misappropriation of our understanding, misinterpretation. That's why I always say the world is nothing but the misinterpretation of my mind. My mind. My world is different than your world. Everyone views the same world in different ways, in his way or her way. That's why most of the time, even the most equal minded people also differ. Because everyone's mind shows the world the way one can accept it, or as it appears to that mind. Okay. Anything? This one verse, the two verses we refer today, it is enough. Enough for one lifetime. At least 1 week's task is here. We can think 1 week continuously. Yes.
If I understand, you're saying that what we see is not what it actually is.
Hmm.
Okay, so that supports the doctrine of superimposition and Maya. But that's not the way Americans think. We think that the phenomenal reality that's in flux is evolving, and there's a strong doctrine of evolution that really got planted in 1858 when Darwin came out with his book Origin of the Species, and then it's gone on from there, from permutation to permutation. Well, my question is, how do you reconcile or how do you contrast superimposition of Maya on the one hand, and on the other, the American doctrine, that very pragmatic doctrine of evolution?
So you look at two angles. You West will look after the whole world as matter, and matter has its evolution. True.
Mm.
But here, Eastern will think it is spirit. And spirit, consciousness, without consciousness, nothing can grow. So all this growth is happening because of the consciousness. And what you are seeing in a phase of drama or dream, you are seeing its growth, development is everything is right. So long we are dreaming, a dream, everything is right. But when the dream breaks, dream has broken to many philosophers, many spiritual scientists. So they see it is not the way this growth development is the end of it. During the dream, there is a beginning, there is an end. During the dream, you have your starting story of the incident, ending story of the incident. Time grows, matures. That's true. But when you see in the proper perspective, there is no two, there is absolute one. Then who will grow what? Yes, when you look at the waves, you will say, yes, it was calm ocean. And cool breeze went on, and the ripple become little ripple and become little bigger and bigger and bigger, and then becoming big. Yes, it has this growth, it has this development, and it falls down. Is it that does it make sense? In the
Well,
ocean,
what I'm understanding is we're talking about two different levels. Evolution occurs within the domain of time, space, and causation.
and it's
here, when
one
we're talking
beyond.
about superimposition and phenomenal reality being Maya, we're taking a deeper metaphysical look at that situation, and we're coming in at a much more profound and deeper level.
Right.
Is that a correct understanding?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Panam Astu. So we'll see you again tomorrow. And always I say, please, this is a very powerful tonic. You don't get this dose hot. It's a free shot. So if we can take this and absorb it, it will make so strong. This flimsy thing which comes in our life, it will have impact, but less impact. But if we forget this, impact will be deeper and deeper. If we remember it, it will be strong. The world will not be able to do anything. It's our choice what to do. We like it or dislike it. We accept it or reject it. It's a very, 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 as I say, strong capsule. Vedanta is to break the dream of this false identification. Vedanta is a powerful tonic, strong dose medicine, which can cure the disease so quickly. But we have to take that and absorb that. We have to dwell this, what we did, this one verse or two verse, go and read and contemplate for 1 week, see what transformation comes in your life. Write these 2 verses and keep in your pocket. Occasionally open out and see what is written there. Take that tonic, one more, one dose, one sip. We carry cold water, we carry coffee, we carry some other thing which is necessary for our sustenance. This can be kept like that, now and then, whenever, in the bus, or you are text messaging. You need not have to text message. Just bring out your notebook and just driving and check once and go on driving. We can utilize all the tools God has given. Only remembering one verse, first verse or the second verse. First verse was already, I repeated, but it is already done last time. This is the point. Bondage, freedom. What is the root of bondage? What is the path to freedom? Okay, thank you.